capsule.
All right, welcome back, everyone. So if you thought Volume 2 was nuts, you really haven't seen anything yet. We are jumping right into the most notorious talker, Volume 3. And trust me, Noel Stolen is about to pick a fight that, well, it's going to shake the entire empire to its core.
So, let's set the scene. Noel and his clan, Wild Tempest, just pulled off the impossible. I mean, they took down a Lord-level beast. Most people would celebrate, right? Take a vacation? Not Noel. For a guy nicknamed the Snake, a huge win isn't an ending. Nope, it's an opening. And he's already locked onto his next target, one that's going to spark a war that costs everything.
Okay, first up, a new rival emerges. We're talking about Wild Tempest's big win and how that victory immediately puts them on a collision course with one of the Empire's true power players.
You've got to understand, beating the Noble Blood was, wow. It was a genuine miracle. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill monster. This thing could literally bend time and space. Entire armies failed to stop it. And yet Noel's crazy, brilliant strategy just picked it apart. This one single win, it launches Wild Tempest into the big leagues. We're talking immense fame, a ton of cash, and suddenly, they're being considered for a spot in the Regalia. That's like the Supreme Council of the most elite Seeker clans. A huge deal.
So here are our two main players. On one side, you've got Noel Stolen, the Snake, the up-and-coming mastermind. And on the other, Johann Eisfeld. He's the master of Lorelei, one of those top-tier Regalia clans. And see, here's the thing. Noel doesn't just want any seat in the Regalia. Oh no, he wants Johann's seat.
Now, how's he going to do it? He's not going to just walk up and challenge them to a fight. That is not Noel's style. His opening move is way smarter. This is a battle fought with sabotage, stocks, and a whole lot of stolen money.
So Johann, the Lorelei master, has this massive project going on, a new railway system. It's a huge deal, something that would lock in his clan's power for years. Noel's plan? It's just ruthless. He digs up all this dirt on hidden dangers, environmental problems, health risks, leaks it all to the public, and just sits back and watches the protests burn. He basically brings the whole project to a dead stop.
And while Johann is scrambling, dealing with this PR disaster and ticked-off investors, what's Noel's doing? He's quietly making an absolute fortune. Look at that number. He walks away from the chaos he created with 350 billion fil. Just staggering. So, how did he pull that off? It's a classic Wall Street move, basically. Short selling. He borrowed a ton of stocks tied to the project when their price was super high. Then he immediately sold them. After that, he torpedoed the project, right? The protests, the bad press, which made the stock prices absolutely plummet. So then he just swoops in, buys them all back for next to nothing, returns the shares he borrowed, and keeps the enormous difference for himself. A masterclass in financial warfare.
All right, so Johann Eisfeld is humiliated, he's lost a ton of money, and he is done playing games. This is where the story takes a dark turn. The strategic rivalry is over. Now it's an all-out, personal, and very deadly clan war.
And Lorelei's first move is fast and it is brutal. They grab Noel's key informant, a guy named Loki. This is a message, but it's also a trap, and a really good one. They know Noel's whole reputation is built on never backing down, on loyalty. They're basically daring him. Come and get your guy. By yourself.
And Noel, he walks right into it. He's got too much pride, and there's no way he's going to let anyone call him a coward. Does he know it's a trap? Absolutely. Is it a stupid, illogical move? For sure. But he goes anyway. And he's about to show them a side of himself that nobody, not even his own allies, has ever seen before.
And who's waiting for him? Zero Lindry. He's Lorelei's second-in-command. And, oh yeah, he has a pretty terrifying secret. He's not just a Dark Knight. He can turn into a literal black dragon. And Noel is about to face this thing all by himself. Somehow, against all odds, Noel wins. He actually beats the dragon, but that victory costs him dearly. To do it, he had to use this super dangerous experimental drug that just pushes his body way beyond its limits. The strain is just too much, and he collapses into a deep coma, leaving his entire clan without its leader.
So, Noel's in a coma. Their vice master's been defeated, Lorelei is enraged, and they do something completely insane. Johann just quits the Regalia. He throws away his status, his reputation, all of it. He turns his entire clan into a bunch of rogue bandits. They start attacking cities, taking hostages, anything to force Wild Tempest into a final, bloody war of annihilation.
With Noel gone, Leon Frederick has to step up as acting master, and he's facing the full, unrestrained might of Lorelei. So he makes a huge call. He hires mercs, and not just any mercs. He brings in the entire Mirage Triad clan and, get this, the legendary X-rank seeker Zeke Feinstein himself. He's trying to level the playing field. And that sets the stage for the final showdown. Noel versus Johann. Everything comes down to this.
The battle is a total bloodbath. Both sides are taking massive hits. You've got Wild Tempest's assassin, Alma, who somehow manages to take down Zero's dragon form again, which is incredible. But then, on the other side of the battlefield, Johann himself defeats the legendary Zeke Feinstein. It's a brutal stalemate. Nobody's winning.
And then, just as it looks like it's all over for Wild Tempest, a figure shows up on the battlefield. It's Noel. He forced himself out of the coma with another dose of that medicine, a drug that literally shortens his life for a burst of power. He's back in the fight, but the clock is officially ticking.
So this is it. This is the big question. His body is failing him. He's basically on a timer. How on earth can he defeat the master of Lorelei? I mean, Johann is a top-tier seeker in his prime. How can a strategist, a talker, possibly win a one-on-one duel like this?
And the final fight is just this incredible contrast. You have Johann's overwhelming, polished power versus Noel's desperate last-ditch effort. He completely throws away his usual talker strategies. Instead, he falls back on the one thing Johann would never see coming, the raw hand-to-hand combat style his grandfather taught him.
So the duel ends. Noel wins. But the price of that victory? It's way more complicated than just winning or losing.
Right as Noel lands the final blow, the drug's side effects finally hit him hard. His body is literally tearing itself apart. He's dying, and then something absolutely unbelievable happens. Johann, the man he just defeated, uses his very last breath to cast Resurrection, a forbidden magic, and saves Noel's life. He saves the man who killed him.
Noel is saved, but the damage is done. That drug he took, it permanently scarred his soul. The doctors give him the news. He has maybe 10 years left to live. That's it.
And that's where Volume 3 leaves us. I mean, what a cliffhanger, right? Wild Tempest is now in the regalia. They've won. But their leader, the guy who orchestrated it all, is living on borrowed time. His goal to become the strongest seeker ever is still there, but now he's got a countdown. So what's a guy like Noel Stolen gonna do when he knows the clock is ticking? We'll have to find out in Volume 4.
Plot capsule.